Hope everybody's had a good day today. Um, I got up this morning to do some pressure cleaning, and I had to borrow my grandpa's truck because my truck's in the shop getting fixed. And after I got that and loaded everything up, I went and uh, did the job, or did about an hour of it, and my pressure washer blew up. I don't know whether it threw a rod or what, but the thing was running fine, and oil had been changed, and still had plenty of oil in it. No issue that I could tell, but it just, something in the engine came apart, and it blew a hole through the side of the block. And she is having a fit. But anyway, so I had to stop and load it back up, carry it to the shop. So it's gonna have to have a new motor put into it. It's just one of those fluke things. I mean, it only had 60 hours on it, so there's no real reason it should have, blew up on itself, whatever. But anyway, so I come back and talked to my buddy. He was at his house painting, and hung out over there for a minute, and then went by. I think I said yesterday that I was wanting to look at some AR-15s, so I went to the shop that has them for sale, and here in town, and they had several different ones. They had some Smith and Wessons, and I think they had a Bushmaster, which, I mean, I didn't know many of the brands except for Smith and Wesson, I guess, but um, those two brands were like over $1,000, and they did have a Mossberg that was pretty cheap, and they had several other brands, but I ended up getting one, and I got one that's it's the DPMS. What is she looking at? The Remington, since it's made local, I thought it'd be a good one to get. So here it is. It's got 30 round clip automatically that comes with it. I didn't know, about hunting, whether you needed a smaller clip, but they said the only time you need a smaller clip was if it was if you were hunting on a preserve or something. So anything I'll be doing will be on private property. So I figured it'd be good varmint gun, or I plan on going hog hunting too here in about 3 months or so. So I thought it'd be a good hog hunting gun, and if I want to do just target practice, the real reason just for target practice. I don't really think that. Of course, people get mad when you think this, but I don't really think that it's good for much anything. People say, it's home protection, and I'm using it for hunting, but an assault rifle, AR-15 or whatever, is not really worth anything to me, in my opinion, except to like shoot on a range or something. And if you didn't want to shoot it recreational, you might use it for varmints, armadillos, coyotes, stuff like that. You're not going to need a heavy caliber. Of course, shooting a 223 or a 5.56, that's the same thing. Apparently, I didn't really know much about them. I knew the 223, but not the 5.56 NATO or whatever. But they're basically the same bullet. But I mean, people shoot deer with them all the time, but it's a lot smaller shell than like a 270, which is what I run, or 7mm, which is even bigger, or 300 Weatherby, whatever. Most people going deer hunting or something like that are not going to be shooting that small of a bullet. Of course, they do come with a 308, so you can buy it in a heavier caliber, but I just don't see a reason to sit there and think that you're going to really do much hunting with a assault weapon or whatever. But I think they're just fun. So I've never actually shot one and thought I'd buy one, so I got it. And I also bought I was going to do iron sights, but it costs just as much to do iron sights as it does the red dot scope. So it'll shoot a red dot, or it'll shoot green, red or green, and it's got, I think, 3 or 4 different actual. It's got crosshairs, it's got a circle with a dot in the center, and it's got a few different looks. You can kind of mess with it and see what you want to use different. The cross hairs, I guess. But anyway, but tomorrow I'm gonna be shooting it, trying to sight it in. So, like I said, I've never shot one, but I just thought I'd go ahead and buy one just to have it. And it, it's not like it's gonna go out or go down in value or whatever. So, and it wasn't very expensive. So, I thought it'd just be a good one to have, just have fun with. So, kind of like my 357. That's more for, well, really my 380 is more of a protection gun because it's small and concealable. But even my 357 revolver, even though it's got a longer barrel, it could still be easier to use for protection than it would be a longer assault rifle or whatever. So I've got our hunting rifles for hunting, but this is just pretty much purely recreational rather than any real hunting or things like that, unless I'm doing varmint or something like that. But anyway, I bought that. Look at it again. It's the what is it? Yeah, the DPMS. Let's see, where does it say? Oh yeah, there. The made, if I can get it right, made in Huntsville, Alabama. So anyway, they're stamping them all Huntsville. So anyway, I've probably made the video too long, rambling on. So I'll probably make a video maybe tomorrow shooting it, because I'm gonna carry it to my buddies and we're gonna sight it in. So anyway, hope you had a good day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.